Good morning, JC.
Good morning. Good morning. Welcome everybody to today's training. Yesterday I was unavailable. That's why we moved it till Tuesday. So one way or another, we're going to go ahead and make it happen. So just so you guys know, I've had some requests for doing a training on the compensation plan. I actually have a training on the compensation plan already on YouTube, but it's not as in-depth as this one is. So I wanted to make sure that this one is more in-depth and we get into the qualifications, right? So with that being said, let's go ahead and get this training started. Welcome everybody. If you guys got people from your team that are not on, make sure that you message them, tell them to get on. Right now, you still got some time for them to get on the webinar. Let me know if you guys can see my screen, okay? Thumbs up if you guys can see my screen. Cool. All right, guys. Well, welcome to the training, and I'm excited for another week of crushing it in business. And I know I've got some big goals for this week, and I know we've got some. I'm actually going to do a goal-setting training with the team this week as well, as far as how many contacts we do and how many sales that we get and whatnot. But right now, what I want to do is I want to focus on the compensation plan training. So with that being said, let's go and just jump right into the information. So I love the compensation plan that we've got here for the direct sales industry in the solar industry, right? It's not a network marketing compensation plan, but it's similar. So it's got the benefits of a network marketing comp plan because you're able to make commissions based on multiple levels. And I love that because that's how you create freedom, right? As much as I love selling solar and talking and helping homeowners, I don't want to do it the rest of my life. I want to build a team that's big enough to make big overrides and to eventually not have to make any sales myself. And that's what we're going to get into. So with that being said, here's what we're going to cover. We're going to cover personal sales, 6-level revenue sharing, mentor sales, the ambassador program, and the equity ownership, okay? So you guys have seen this slide here. We are the evolution of traditional solar companies. And I'm going to give you guys a couple of examples about that as well. Why we are the evolution. I believe, and I say this all the time, I say, guys, the reason why the majority of solar professionals are still not here yet is simply because they haven't heard about us yet, or they haven't seen the way the comp plan works. They haven't seen all the things that Powur has to offer. So, okay. So the compensation plan. Other dealers, what they do is that they hide the true cost of installation, okay, and the true cost of goods, right? So they make a large margin on the spread. What Powur does is they give us the actual price and cost of goods as our base price, and they let us keep the lion's share revenue, which is a 70-30 split to the seller, okay? As the Powur community continues to grow, it drives Powur's cost of goods down, so it gets it lower. Therefore, it delivers more value to the members and more value to the customers. We're able to give the customers a better discount. We're able to make bigger commissions because as volume goes up, the cost of goods go down, okay? And we're basically like partners with the company, right? We share in the cost of goods model with the company. A lot of companies in just direct sales in general or network marketing, what they do is as price of goods come down, guess what happens? They keep the same commissions. So the company has more margin, but not the salespeople or the distributors. With us, we are like our own dealer. We are like owners of the company, co-owners of the company, in the sense that we share in the cost of goods. And personally, I love that. So let's get into the comp plan breakdown of personal sales. And by the way, guys, give me 1 minute. I'm going to close my window because my neighbors have the gardeners next door. 1 second. All right, we're back. By the way, you guys see me wearing my shirt, Credit Hero. This is actually my shirt for my credit repair business. I'm actually making some, and by the way, Anthony just made some for me as well, and he's got some available if anybody needs them. I'm going to be making some shirts like these for my, like the ones I have for my credit repair business, but I'm going to make one for my solar business. So I'm going to have hashtag Solar Hero, right? Or hashtag Mr. Solar Savvy, which is what I'm known as online. And then in the back, it's going to say in big bold letters, ask me how I can save you a ton of money by going solar, or something along those lines. I'll keep you guys posted as that comes along. All right, guys. So the comp plan breakdown on personal sales. We talked about having a cost of goods model. So what does that mean? Let's take, and I'm going to take round numbers as an example, just to make it easy to understand. Let's say the project price, let's say you sell a project, is $35,000. Let's assume that the cost of goods for that particular project is $22,500. This includes the panels, the inverters, any expenses connected to that job, $22,500. So Powur doesn't get a piece of that. That's the cost of goods. Nobody could do anything about that. That's the price of the job. So what that means is that there's $12,500 that's left over. What happens is that Powur does a 70-30 split. So what is 70% of $12,500? Well, that would be $8,750. That's what you would keep. 70% goes to you, okay? The other 30% is $3,750. That's what Powur gets. So out of the $12,500, Powur keeps $3,750. Now check this out. It doesn't stop there. They only keep $3,750, but in addition to that, half of that they pay in the 6th level Unilevel, which we're going to get into here. So they actually keep about half of that. Sometimes they keep a little bit more, and I'll show you why that is. But remember, $12,500, $8,750 is yours. Okay? You see all of the cost of goods. You see the cost and the price of everything. And you know, okay, everything, that means that this is much that's left over, 70% of that is mine. There's no guessing. Out of Powur's 30%, they still share half of that with the field, which we're going to get into here shortly. Okay. So here's a comp plan breakdown. And this is very important for us to understand. Okay, the comp plan breakdown is a 50-50 split with the field. So again, the example is $3,750. How do they split that $3,750? Here's the way they split it. 20% of that $3,750, 20% goes into the Unilevel, the first level, meaning everybody you personally recruit. So let's say you're this guy up here, the yellow guy. Let's say you're 2 guys down there. They are your first level. You personally introduced them. You personally recruited them to the Powur platform. They are a part of your sales organization. So let's say the guy on the right makes a sale. He makes this sale. So he makes $8,750. Powur keeps $3,750. What part goes to you? 20% of Powur's $3,750 goes to you. So that means that you earn a $750 commission because your buddy just made a sale that you introduced. Pretty cool, right? Now, keep in mind, this is not split sales. We haven't got to the mentor split sales yet. You can make thousands of dollars on this because what if that guy is new? So instead of $8,750, let's say you mentored the deal. You would make half of the $3,750 because that's one part of the compensation fund. So let's say you mentored the deal, half of the $3,750 goes to him, half of it goes to you. But in addition to that half, you earn, because you brought him, that's your first level, you earn 20% of Powur's cut, which is $750. Now, let's say that guy introduces a couple of folks, right? That would be your second level. You would earn 10%. Any sales, so let's say a guy 2 levels deep made that sale. Powur's cut is $3,750. 10% of $3,750 would be $375. That's what you would earn if somebody on your second level made a sale. Now, what if you are a mentor? You bring in Johnny, who brings in Jose. Johnny is not a mentor, neither is Jose. Jose's brand new, but you are a mentor. Jose makes this sale. You mentor Jose's sale. So you would make half of the $8,750, right? Because remember, everybody has to do 3 split sales. You make half of the $8,750, which is what? $4,375, if I'm not mistaken. Not bad, right? $4,300 in a split sale because Jose sold the system to his neighbor or his uncle, right? In addition to that, Jose is your second level. So you would make an additional $375. Not too bad. And so that's 10% on the second level. And then 5% on the third, 5% on the fourth, fifth, and sixth. Based on 3750, these are what the 5%, the 10 and 20% look like on the screen. Now, these are not the average unilevel commissions. This is what it would be based on that scenario I gave you. So what would the scenario be on a traditional, the average across the board? I'm going to get into that here shortly, okay? I'm not done with the Unilevel, by the way. I'm just giving you guys an example. The mentor program, everybody has to do 3 mentor sales. If you are brand new, you got your first 3 sales have to be 50-50 split sales. That's what a mentor sale means. That means I come in, I got to learn the business. I got to learn how to sell solar. I got to learn the system. Okay, I got to learn this technology. The way that you learn it is different ways. There's a bunch of trainings that happen all the time. But in addition to that, the best training, I believe, is going to be on the field training. Meaning, when somebody is helping you put a proposal together, presenting that proposal to the customer, guiding you through the sales process until installation. So 3 mentor sales, I think, is a really good deal. You still get half of the commission, still thousands of dollars on average. Okay, so everybody does 3 mentor sales. After your 3 mentor sales, once you have completed 5 sales on your own, you now become a mentor yourself. So that's a total of 8 sales. 3 50-50 split sales. And then number 4 through number 8, you made the entire 70% commission. And then on your 9th sale, okay, you could be a mentor. How do you become a mentor? Again, 3 split sales, 5 personal sales, and then you have to take a little test. Once you take that little test, you pass it, congratulations, you're a mentor, okay? If you want to build, here's one thing I tell you guys, having your mindset that this is a career move. Let me give you this little golden nugget. If you want this business to work out for you the best it possibly can, my recommendation is you think of this as a career move for yourself. Even if you're doing it part-time, just because I use the word career move for yourself does not mean that this is all you're going to do or you have to do it full-time. But think about this. If you got into the life insurance business or if you got into the real estate business, in order to be successful in those businesses, you have to really have the mindset of this is a serious business, have a business mindset and a career mindset. Same thing with solar sales. So even if you're part-time, treat it as such. Don't treat it like a little $200 network marketing business, which a lot of us have been a part of. Nothing wrong with those businesses. But the mindset of those businesses versus this business is a different mindset. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you this much. I'm going to share with you some powerful stuff on this training. I've never seen a business where with 100 people, you can make $100,000 per month as a mentor. Never seen it. I'm going to show you how that's possible here today. When you see that, and for those of you guys building the team, if your team sees that, their commitment level is going to go up, their volume is going to go up, their sales are going to go up, that means that your commissions and your bank account is going to go up. That's why it's so important to stay around the fire, to get connected to these power hours, to get connected to the Monday 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time company overviews, the corporate calls. Stay connected. Continue to get trained. Watch the pre-recorded videos. For your notes, write this down. blog.powur.com. blog.powur.com. That's a great website for resources. If you're not a part of the Power Pioneers Facebook group yet, go and join Power Pioneers. Okay, guys? Very important thing, guys. So you got the Power Hitters group for our team, but the Power Pioneers group is for everybody. Okay, guys? So anyways, let's go with the mentor sales. By the way, if you are a solar pro or if you recruit a solar pro with 1 year experience, they don't have to do 3 mentor sales. They can make an exception to do 1 or 2, but that's between them and their sponsors. Okay? So here's a mentor commission example. This is very self-explanatory. Let's say that the net commission is $7,000. I think that's about the average. So it's about $7,000. So the consultant portion, the new guy would earn half of that, and the mentor would earn half of that. It's a 50-50 split sale. Now, here's the deal. Don't feel like, oh my God, someone's making, 50% on this deal that I brought. Listen, when you become a mentor, you're going to have that same deal. That's what I don't mind. My sponsors, my uplines, have made a lot of money on me and my team, thousands of dollars. I don't mind, because guess what? My time is coming. I'm not a mentor yet. I'm one sale away from being a mentor. Actually, no. I just got my last mentor sale last week. So I am getting promoted to mentor this week. So I'm excited about that. Okay. All right, here we go. So mentor sales. So here's an example. Remember what we talked about? Less than 100 people to make $100,000. Well, here's what we're going to talk about then. Okay. Let's say you bring, remember, the average commission with Powur is about $7,000. This means that the average mentor split sale is $3,500. So let's say you bring 7 people on your team that you personally recruited. Okay. Those 7 team members, let's say those do 3 split sales with you this month. 3 of them. 3 split sales this month. Now, these could be solar pros. It could be sales professionals. It could be real estate agents. Look, I just got a friend of mine who's a real estate broker. He says, hey, here's a list of 5 of my past customers. Call them. 2 of the 5 already had solar. 2 of the 5 said, I'm interested. I'll send you a bill. 1 of them says, it's not a good time for me. Not bad, but the number, surprisingly enough, the number that attracted me the most was the 2 that already had solar. Because that's proof to him, hey, bro, you're leaving a lot of money on the table. All of your customers at your office sells, guess what? A lot of them are going to be getting solar. Right now, you're at 40% of the list you gave me. So what I'm very open with them. I don't mind being the mentor and splitting that sale. So what I do is, you could become an ambassador for free, make $1,000, easy. Or you could become an affiliate. Pay the $49 monthly, submit the lead, somebody else does a sale, you still get half of the commission, which is an average of $3,000-4,000. He's like, well, that sounds better. I said, yeah, do the math. If you're submitting 1 deal every 6 months, it's worth it to pay the $50 a month. But guess what that does? Now they start thinking. Think about it. How many sales do your office make last month? If they only made 20 sales last month and we're able to help 4 of them go solar, that's an average of $3,500 he would make. That's $14,000 that he's leaving on the table because he's not a part of us. And he doesn't have to be the solar guy. He could say, this is my solar specialist that I work with. If you'd like him to give you some information, free information, no obligation on the benefits of solar, but I highly recommend you give him 30 minutes of your time. That's it. What if we're only able to help him 20? Imagine that. Imagine you're a real estate broker and I can show you how, hey man, all you got to do is send me the phone numbers, send those people a quick text message, however you want to work it out, or a call. And that could equal an extra 14 grand in your pocket. Guess what that would mean to you? That would mean to you that you would make an extra $14,000. Now, how do you get those people? Go out there, meet those people if you don't have them already. Go on Facebook, go to Facebook groups. It doesn't have to be brokers, it can be realtors. Go and message these people. You know what I mean? Go post ads on the internet to recruit people. Do whatever it takes. I'm just telling you the potential. So let's say you got 17 members who all do 3 split sales with you this month. Remember, the average split sale would be $3,500. What would that mean? Well, 7 people who do 3 sales this month, that's 21 sales. 21 sales times 3,500 equals $73,500 in mentor sales commissions. None of these are your leads. None of these are your leads. They're somebody else's leads. That's a beautiful thing about this business. Do you have to go door knock? Absolutely not. Would I recommend door knocking? Absolutely yes. If you got spare time, go door knock. We got some incredible flyers, man. We got some incredible tools for people to go out there and win. You got some spare time on a weekend, go door knock for 2-3 hours. At the very least, go pass out some flyers. Just look at it as exercise. You'll get deals. Here's the deal. This reminds me of a song by 50 Cent. I think his first album in 2001. He said something very interesting, right? He says, the only excuse for being broke is being in jail. And let me tell you something, I cannot agree with that more. For example, me personally here, We got sales building because I'm making phone calls, I'm talking to people, I'm networking with people, I'm following up with people, right? I'm asking for referrals. With this program here, in 1 year, anybody that's watching this, if you learn the business, take it seriously, and be consistent with it, 1 year from now, you're going to need some binoculars to look back at where you used to be, how far you've come. Anybody can do it. There's not a lot of competition. You might hear of a lot of solar people. Listen, compared to the amount of real estate agents, the amount of insurance agents, there's very little competition in solar sales. If you're out there really doing the business, you realize there isn't that many people. Most of the people that I know, they don't know a solar professional. That's why I'm establishing myself. Here's the mindset, guys. In your area, you want to be like the mayor of your city. Think of the mayor of your city. The mayor of your city goes to different businesses, meets businesses, lets them know who he is, what he does, gives them his business card, maybe gives them a flyer. Everybody knows in this town, especially the business owners, who that person is. You should be like the mayor of your town, not only for your town, but other towns. You go to the gas station, you pump gas, you meet the person, you say, hey man, here's my card. Here's my card and my flyer, okay? I'm a solar specialist in this particular city, in this city. If you ever need solar or anything, boom. If you ever know anybody needs solar, I'll pay you $1,000, anybody you refer me, boom. And you just do that all the time and have the mindset like being a mayor. Everybody knows, everybody should know you. Now, what if you got 7 guys in your team like that with that mindset? It's exciting stuff. Okay, let's keep moving. Okay. So here's the mentor sales. Again, we talked about 21 sales, 73,000. But in addition to that, guess what? There's still the Unilevel Pay, which we got into that here earlier. So let me give you an example. So the commission examples, you see all of the commissions. Okay, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, but when we make a commission, we get a sheet that shows us the breakdown of all of the cost of goods. And we see our final commission. Okay, let's keep moving forward. So the revenue share. Here's the way the revenue share works. The average commission in level 1 is $550. That's the average across the board. That's the 20%. Average commission level 2 is $275, and level 3 to 6 is $162. That's what the 5% equals. This is average across the board. This will vary. This will vary on job to job, but this is the average. So I'm going to show you the numbers potential based on the average. Very important to understand. How do you open up the levels? Because we get paid 6 levels deep, but you've got to qualify for these 6 levels deep. You don't get all 6 levels out the gate. You get level 1 with 1 recruit. Well, you can't make any unilevel commissions unless you have at least 1 person. So if you recruit 1 person, any sales that guy or girl makes, you make the 20% commission, which is an average of $550. If you bring 2 people, 3 people, 4 people, you're getting paid on any sales that they make. Even if you're not a mentor, this is a Unilevel Pay. You get these $550 no matter what. But in order to open up level 2, the 10% on level 2, you got to have 5 directs or more. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. How do you open up level 3? You need 10 directs. How do you open up level 4? You need 20 directs. I've got like 27 or 28. I'm 2 or 3 away from level 5. 2 months into it, okay? Because level 5 needs 30 directs, and then level 4 needs level 6 needs 40 directs. So it's a lot of directs. Here's the deal. Anybody could open up 2 levels. Anybody can. 5 directs. Anybody could open up all 3 or all 6. But 2 levels, you could do it. Now, how do you do it? We have training on how to recruit. We have training on how to recruit. Next week, I'm going to do a specific recruiting training. Mark your calendars. Promote to people. I'm going to talk about next week is going to be specifically on recruiting. I'm one of the best recruiters in the industry of network marketing. I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, but I've recruited probably over 1,200 people to 1,500 people in my career. Okay, and that's probably a small number. Right now, in 2 months, I've got about 27 to 28 because recruiting hasn't even been my focus for the last 30 days. It's been making sales, getting to mentor. That's been my focus for the last 30 days. If not, I would already have 40 plus. But by the end of the month of July, I'll have my 40 plus. I'll qualify all 6 levels. Okay. Now, here's important to understand, guys. Let's say you brought Johnny level 1, and then Johnny brought JC level 2. Let's say Johnny on level 1 is not active. Let's say Johnny on level 1 is not making his $49 monthly payment. So he's not active. That means that Jose on level 2 counts as your level 1. So that means that the person on level 6 moves up to level 5. This is called compression. So check this out. I'm going to go based on the list here. I've got Anthony, David, Eddie, Gio. Oops. Let me go back. Okay. So let's say I got Anthony, David, Gio, and who's the other guy here? And Tony, right? So let's say, for example, we got 6 people. 3 of them, these 3 in the middle, the guy on level 2, level 3, and level 4, are not active, right? So that means that they're not active. This is level 6. So level 5 becomes level 2. Level 6 becomes level 3. So that means level 7, 8, and 9 move up. So now you dig 9 levels deep, really. This is a big deal. This is a very big deal for us. It's a great thing, because that means that we don't really get paid 6 levels deep. We get to dig deeper than those 6 levels, right? Why? Because this is called compression. Anybody that's not active, a lot of companies, when there's not people active, they say, well, they're not active, whatever. So you're not really getting, let's say you got 6 people deep, but 3 are not active, you're only getting paid on 3 levels of sales. With us, we get paid those entire 6 levels, right? But that's how you open them up. This is very important. So let's look at the potential, guys. This is Unilevel Pay. The average commission on level 1 is $550. Level 2 and level 3 and so on and so forth. So let's say you bring 10 directs yourself. Let's say you bring on board 10 directs, okay? This is just an example. Let's say whatever amount of directs you bring, but let's say 10 of your directs all made a sale. Let's say your 10 directs recruited 2, and that duplicates. Those 2, which is 20, recruit 2, which is 40, and so on and so forth, 6 levels deep. Let's say all of them are doing 1 sale per month. This is not the mentor 50-50 split sales. This is only the Unilevel. That would mean that level 1, you're at $550. 10 of your guys that you recruited made a sale. The 20% average is $550. $550 times 10 equals $5,500. You just made $5,500 in commissions on level 1. On level 2, you earn half of it. It's 10% instead of 20%. But it's double the sales, so that's an additional $5,500. The point is, these are the commissions in this example. You recruited 10, who recruited 2, and that duplicated 5 more levels deep. Everybody's doing 1 sale per month. My friends, that's $93,500 in Unilevel commissions. This doesn't even include split sales. That's over $1 million, $1.1 million per year. Just in Unilevel sales. Now, this is a comp plan training. I already showed you what it takes to open up the levels. What does it take to earn these commissions? You got to do 1 sale personally every 6 months. That's it. So let's say you got this team, you're qualified for the 6 levels. This is your team, they're performing, they're plugging into the trainings. You have nothing to do with it because they know, hey, with or without you, I'm going to grow my business. And they're getting trained. They're making sales. All you got to do to qualify for these commissions, these Unilevel commissions, team commissions, is make 1 personal sale every 6 months, 2 a year. Can you do that? 2 a year. You could stumble on 1 sale every 6 months, guys. You could stumble on 1 sale every 6 months. That, my friends, is powerful. That's why I tell people, listen, man, I'm focused on sales right now. I got a big team. My team is about 100 people in 2 months, and we're not even trying. Probably bigger than that now. But guess what? I got to get to mentor. If I was mentor for the last 30 days, From the comfort of my house, I would have made $40,000, $50,000 if I was a mentor last month, in the month of June. If I mentored the sales for my team in the month of June, I would have made about 40 or 50,000 just in mentor sales. So I said, I'm leaving a lot of money on the table. I got to become a mentor. So I got busy. So, you know, this month, July, I'll be promoted to mentor. And guess what? Let's go. And then guess what my focus is? Show others how to get to mentor. Guess what? They got to make personal sales. They're building a team in the meantime. This is exciting stuff, man. Okay. So the Powur Ambassador Program, very simple. You guys know about this. You could ask somebody to become an ambassador for free. Real estate agents, tax people, ADT dealers, home security dealers, you name it. Real estate professionals, they sign up for free. They have a conversation with a homeowner, tell them the benefits of solar, get a copy of their electric bill. They share the electric bill with Powur. They get their own back office for free. And they input the lead along with the bill, and they get paid $1,000 once the system is installed. How does that work? Let's say your commission is $7,000. When it's time to pay out, if it was referred by an ambassador, $1,000 gets taken off the top. Gets taken off the top and gets paid to the ambassador. So that means that you got $6,000 left over. If you got a mentor, you get 3, he gets 3. It just gets taken off the top of the commission, and it goes directly from Powur to them, which is a good deal because look, that's like being an affiliate, right? A lot of times people don't want to be affiliates with a salesperson because they know that they got to rely on the salesperson to pay them their referral. And maybe they've had a bad experience with that. Here, I emphasize to the ambassador or the potential ambassador, listen, you become an affiliate directly with the company. The company directly, because you referred the lead, they directly send you your $1,000 check. That's it, or deposit. And that makes them feel better. This is a little tip I'm giving you guys, okay? Now, Powur equity ownership. Our consultants become shareholders. Guys, EXP Realty did this, and it worked like a charm. I know some guys that made literally millions of dollars because of this equity ownership program. And we are doing the exact same thing they're doing, but for the solar industry. Your first install that you have, you get 100 options. We're not public yet. When we go public, but you lock in 100 options on your first install. The first install of anybody that you personally recruited, anybody you sponsored, is 50 options. So let's say you got 3 guys that made their first install. Congratulations, they made some commissions. You made some commissions. In addition to that, you get another 150 shares because there are 3 guys who got their first install that you personally sponsored. So that's 50, 50, 50. So imagine you made your first install plus 3 of your guys made an install. You got a total of 250 options. Okay. Yearly performance goals. If you go out there and crush it, I plan on my first year to do 50 sales because with 25 sales, you get 1,000 options. With 50 installs, you get 5,000 options. Let me give you guys an example. When EXP did this, people were earning shares, right? Options. When the company went public, their stock was somewhere around 7 cents. Currently, it sits around 10, 11, maybe $12. And there's some people that had thousands of shares of EXP stock, and it's now worth about 10, 11 bucks. And I happen to believe that we have a tremendously bigger potential than EXP does. Ladies and gentlemen, mark my words, and this is my opinion, and it's only my opinion, but I believe that we're going to have people that are going to become millionaires strictly because of the share option program. That's why I urge people, guys, take this business seriously. Just with the share program, you can make a lot of money. There'll be people that come in here, they close a couple sales, they build a little bit of a team, they get some sales because of that. Boom, boom, boom. All of a sudden, one day, their shares are worth $50,000, $100,000, $250,000. Isn't that crazy? They'll make more money off of that than what they did in commissions. There's going to be people that are going to make millions. You get to own a percentage of the company. That's exciting. In addition to that, we get discounted options program when Powur goes public. So when Powur goes public, we as Powur distributors, if we want to purchase options, we could purchase them at a discounted price. So imagine, look, I got some friends in EXP. This is what they did. They said, what I did for the first year, I allocated 10% of my commissions to buy options. Boom, boom, boom. One of them in Texas, San Antonio, made over $2 million on his options, being a shareholder. Plus he's making a lot of money from the team he built. And here's the deal, guys. We literally have no competition. You know, Vivint Solar, great company. They're not competition. And I'll tell you why. Sunrun, they're not competition. I'll tell you why. Though they sell solar, doesn't mean they're our competition. They're a traditional dealer. The traditional dealer is not our competition. Here's how a traditional dealer works. You got the company that recruits their sales professionals with experience. They pay them a high rent line, a high commission. Those guys in turn recruit other salespeople and they pay them a smaller commission. Naturally, they got to make an override. Those guys build a team and they pay them a smaller commission. Well, the guys that are 2, 3, 4 levels deep realize, man, there's 2, 3 guys above me making a bunch of money. If I go to another dealer, I'm going to go to another dealer and I'll get paid what they get paid. Now I got some experience. I've got a few installs. I know, I don't need them to hold my hand. So guess what happens? They go to another dealer and they get a better split, a better commission. That doesn't happen here. Everybody makes the same 70-30 split. No matter how many levels deep you are, you're still in a 70-30 split. The way that people above you get paid is on the 50-50 split sales, which you only do 3 of those sales anyways. And then after that, the 6th level Unilevel is paid from the company's portion. So they don't cut into your commissions. Plus, you don't have the option to build equity ownership. I was talking to one of my friends, says, you know what got me, JC? The equity ownership you guys have. That's what got me. That's what got me, because I know that if I go out there and bust my butt and earn a bunch of shares, that stock could be worth a lot of money. And the timing, write this down for your notes. When it comes to business and making money, the T in timing is significantly more important than the T in talent. Sometimes you're at the wrong place at the wrong time. If you went into the mall today to sell cell phones, you would not make nearly as much money as selling cell phones back in like the 90s. Or let's say, for example, you try to sell pagers. Even worse, who's going to buy a pager from you? Even if you're the best salesperson in the world. Timing, give an example. I was a real estate agent from about 2004 till about December 2007. 2004, 5, and 6 were great years. Timing was on my side. I wasn't that good or that experienced, but timing was on my side. 2007, especially the later part of 2007, if you would have gone in there, if I would have joined real estate then, I would have failed and not made any money. Why? Because of timing. The timing, not only in Powur with the comp plan that we've got, but also the timing of earning these shares before we become a public company next year is impeccable. Right now is when I would urge you to take this very seriously. Some people are going to be kicking themselves in the butt 2, 3 years later for not taking it seriously right now. Okay, guys? So we got all the tools and the training, right? I'm not going to get into this as a part of the regular presentation. Scalable Technology. So this is the footprint. This is where we're at. You can build a team anywhere. Keep in mind, California, Texas, and Florida, we are the general contractor. Therefore, commissions are actually bigger in those states. Okay, but we can sell in all of those states. So what did we go over? We went over the 70-30 split sales, personal commissions based on a cost of goods model. We went over equity ownership, 6th level revenue sharing, which I call the Unilevel, and also mentor split sales, okay? And you guys know what it takes to get started. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this training. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the recording. I'm gonna open it up to any questions that you guys may have, and then we're gonna go ahead and finish it up. 1 second. Oh my God, did I record? Oh yes, I did record, great.